Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So today, I will start by showing you the areas we'll be covering. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Let me okay, 1 minute. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I'll begin by showing you what we have today. The announcement I made. I'm looking at a few things. Give me 1 minute. Okay. All right. Here's my let me share my screen. Here's the announcement for this week. This is week 3. So the chapter 4 is the reading material, chapter 4, and also the lecture 3. You can read either or, but I strongly recommend that you finish chapter 4 and then do the homework 3. Yeah, having problem with the view. Okay. All right. All right. So read chapter 4 of the course textbook, and then study the lecture 3 PowerPoints, and then do homework 3. That is what we need to cover this week. Our topic today is on vision and motive to lead. But before I begin, I want to make sure I have everybody here. So I want to have the names and the so I can check your attendance. Yes, okay. 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, I want to check, look at all the names. Where are they? Okay, 10 of them. I got Amadou. Amadou, is you here? Amadou. Who is Donald? Can you hear me, Donald? Okay, good. Hassan, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. We have Sam Edwards. Morrison.
Hello.
This is here. Yeah, we have more Macmillan.
Here.
Yeah. Tisheba.
Here.
Who else am I? Sasha, you there? Sasha. Who else? Veronica. Veronica, okay. Lomax here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Tonya. Robson, Tonya, you here? Okay,
I'm here.
I don't hear Amado. Okay. All right, let's start. So the vision, I want to make this okay. My view, something is wrong with my view. Let me see. Okay. All right, I won't know bother about this. So the vision, when we say vision, and as it relates to leadership and business, we are referring to the vivid mental image of what you, the leader, want your business to be in the at some point in the future. So this vision is based on your goals and aspiration, the goal and aspiration of the business, where you are now, where you want to be in the future. Of course, usually the business leaders want their company to continue to grow. So I will generally, their general vision is they want to be bigger and have more, gain market, more market access, and more competitive in the future. So it can be different from company to company, depending on their kind of products they make, or the kind of service they provide. For example, a company like let's say is a company that makes soda would like to have their products stocked in the shelf of all the stores in the country at a particular point in by a particular year, so that it will be almost like a must in every home. So again, vision is that image of what you want your company to be at some point in the future. So because of this, company have what we call vision statements. Is a way of capturing in writing that vision that you have for your company. So the way of documenting the essence, what you want, what the essence of where you want your company to be, or what your company aspires, the goal that they aspire to reach at a particular period of time. So we call it vision statements. So now, simply put, leadership is about having a vision and communicating that vision forcefully, or in a way that we motivate the employees or the companies affected to work towards achieving that vision. Okay, that is the essence of leadership. So okay, now with that said, it becomes obvious that the most important function of any leader will be to find a way, a practical way to develop a clear and compelling picture of the future of the company. And not only that, to find a way to secure commitment from the employees on how to make commitment, secure commitment from the employees on how to achieve that goal. That is what the leader is doing. Make sure you're seeing this. Okay, good. So, in other words, I will use some examples to explain this further. I always like to use, sometimes I use a case study that's something that happened in the past, because we are still having the effect today. Everybody know about Ford, the manufacturing company that we call Ford Motors. It used to be a very popular, and it's still a popular company even today. But Ford grew that company in the midst of all kinds of challenges, competitors. But he was able to, he has a bigger vision. Before Ford started making cars, there are other companies that make cars, and cars were so expensive that only the rich can afford to buy a car. So now Henry Ford came and started making a car. He has a vision to make a car that people can afford to buy. So look at this. He said, according to Ford, he says, I will build a motor car for a great multitude, constructed of the best materials by the best men to be hired, after the simplest designs that modern engineering can devise, so low in price that no man making a good salary will be unable to own one and enjoy with his family the blessings of hours of pleasure in God's great open spaces. So this is his vision, to build a car that anybody that have a good job can afford to buy. Unlike before, most automobiles being made in America at the time, only the rich, the wealthy can afford to buy cars. But Ford said, no, I have a different vision. I want everybody who has a job to afford to be able to buy a car. So having that vision in mind, it motivated Ford to build, develop some, invent certain things that make it possible to build cars en mass. So as you can see, his leadership of Ford Motors began with a vision. Now, what are the strategies he added to achieve those visions? He had added three major strategies. First one is to develop and modify the moving assembly line. Then next one is he figured out a way to get the commitment of the workers to that vision. How did he do that? He decided to pay his workers good salary. That means that he's a way of getting their commitment. Okay, if I'm well paid, why not be committed to the vision of my employer? So Ford paid his employees as salary that is good. Not only good, it is also fair. Not salary that other factory owners pay their salary. In those days, factory owners try to pay their workers as little as possible because they are more interested in increasing their profit. Of course, Ford want to make profit, but he want to make it in a way that is more humane, because he believed that will help him to get the commitment of his workers to his vision for his company. So, as a matter of fact, as early as 1914, Henry Ford started paying his workers $5 per day, and the work week then was 40 hours a week. He was paying them $5 per day, which is big money in those days. So this amount he's paying them was twice the salary that other factory owners are paying their workers. They are paying their workers $2.50 a day, but Ford started paying them $5 a day. So that was a big boost to their morale to work towards achieving the vision of the company. So once Ford started paying them this salary, the first thing he noticed was that the rate of turnover problem. Turnover, when I say turnover, I mean people quitting their jobs. The rate declined significantly. People don't want to quit their job anymore because they want to work and make money. Okay. So, another strategies for use was what is called vertical integration. When you say vertical integration, the simplest way of explaining it is that it is a combination in one company of two or more stages of production, normally operated by separate companies. And I will explain it with a diagram. Okay, what vertical integration is. So you can see now in a vertical integration, the company combine two or more levels or stages of production. A good example, let's say that raw material, let's use a company that make I would say let's use oil company, for example. So an oil company might develop, might have say some oil well where they draw the raw material, which is crude oil. Then next stage, they might buy a refinery, which is a different stage in the production where they refine the oil. Next, they might buy pipeline companies or build pipelines where they will, which they would use to distribute the gas. Then they might even build gas stations where they'll be selling those gases. So you can see different stages of production in one company. Ford did that. And what he did was he has give me 1 minute. He has he bought some even the rubber. At a point, he even bought a rubber plant for making rubber factory for making some of his tires. Yeah. So he combined different stages of production in his company, and that's made him one of the strategies he used. First one is to modify the assembly line, make it a moving assembly line. Then second one was to pay his workers good salary. Third one is to adopt the vertical integration method of production. So, and in the Ford's River Rouge plant, it was considered a marvel to the industrial world in those days. If you can look at this Ford assembly line, you can see a picture. I have a picture of it here for you to see. With workers working, employees working on the line. Now, and this is Henry Ford. So I listed some of his philosophies or vision with respect to his vision on what and where he wanted his company to be. I wrote here that he believed that a vision should not be just to make money. Yeah, profit is good, but it's just a byproduct of a vision. It comes after your vision, after you use the required strategy to pursue your vision, then profit becomes a byproduct. So according to Ford, the easy way is to follow the crowd and hope to make money. But he doesn't believe that is the best way to do business. In his view, the right way should be to run a business to provide services or product that people need. So short-sighted businesses owners think of money first, but to Ford, the first thing to think of is, do you have a product that people want? Does that product have good quality? Do you have a service that people want? Is that service, can you provide it in a way that makes people to be happy? This is what brings business. According to Ford, if customers are happy with their products, they will come back. Not only that they will come back, they will also refer their friends, families, acquaintances to their company. So naturally, Ford became a big success. His company grew. The car was almost everywhere. Now, of course, these days we have more competition in the car industry, but Ford company is still thriving. You know, but only that he was the first person that built cars that were affordable to everybody who has a big job. That made Ford almost like a celebrity at the time. So this leads us to vision and stamina. So what this means is that even though you are developing a vision, then you need a strategy that will make that vision to become a reality. I have given you an example with Ford. So as a leader, you must have intensity and stamina to see that vision through. Another example is the James Buck, as the former CEO of Johnson & Johnson. According to him, he spent as much as 40% of his time communicating and reinforcing the company's vision. See? And who doesn't know Johnson & Johnson? Johnson & Johnson is a very popular company. And I will give you more cases or examples that relate to Johnson & Johnson and their vision that made them so successful. So, but the bottom line is this, that successful leaders have incredible energies they display as they face repeated challenges and even failures in some cases. And many big companies that you see today, even Facebook, even Tesla, so many of them, even Google, Amazon, when Amazon started doing selling books online, almost in the 90s, nobody believed him that it would be a viable business. Well, people then what we have Barnes and Noble and Borders. There's a big bookstores that people can go in a neighborhood, just go walk in there, pay for the book, and take it home. At that time, when Amazon was building an online book sale, how many people have computers in those days? Even if they have the computers, how many people have internet even to buy to order books online? Ordering books online, it was a hassle. But what happened? Amazon has a bigger vision, very bigger vision of where the company will be. I'm talking about when I say Amazon, I mean Jeff Bezos has a very big vision of where the company will be in the future. So, and it took him long, all those challenges. Why would I go and buy start to buy other book online when I don't have a computer? Or even how many people even know how to use internet in those days? But eventually he became so big, popular, that even he was able to knock out other bookstores. Many of them closed down. And Amazon now became the king, not only for buying books, but also for buying other products. So successful leaders typically have substantial vitality and they manage to transmit this energy to others. So that is what Jeff Bezos did. He was able to continue pushing hard, developing and working because his vision was something that nobody even imagined at the time. Now look at Amazon today. Who doesn't know Amazon? Okay. Now let me play a short video of leaders. It's about leaders and their stamina. Okay. Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna play it anyway. Let's see, where did we go from here? All right. I'm going to place it here. Can you hear the sound?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Dawn here again with another leadership video from ibizresources.com. Welcome. Successful leaders understand the importance of developing leadership strategies that help their people and their organization reach their goals. We hope these videos help you achieve long-term success and make a positive impact on your profitability. By the way, we're using a voice recognition robot for this presentation. After listening, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Okay, let's get started.
While leadership strategies are defined differently by everyone, leadership is simply the ability to meet the needs of those who are part of your organization, those who depend on you in the organization, directly or indirectly in any way. Simply, however, does not mean simple, and it certainly does not mean easy. In fact, two of the most important requirements of leaders, attributes that cannot be learned from a book, and are not likely to be part of any leadership strategies training program, have been requirements of leaders for all of known history. When it comes to leading an organization in the 21st century, leadership strategies must be present at every level of the company, no matter how large or small it is. Leadership is today what it has always been, the ability to introduce change into an already functioning system. Successful organizations, those with an environment of leadership strategies, are always reinventing themselves. Those responsible for leadership strategies development within the organization must have strength, stamina to keep on keeping on in their continual battle against good enough and all the other momentum-busting attitudes so prevalent in organizations today. When business is going great, no one wants to change what's working. When the business is doing poorly, no one wants to make changes that might make things worse. No one except a leader that is, of course, stamina could mean physical stamina, but today it is more likely to mean emotional stamina. As each leader moves up to the next higher level of leadership and management responsibility, the demands on the emotions increase. For example, it is crucial that leaders at every level of the organization have the stamina to recover rapidly from disappointment. They must be able to bounce back from defeat, discouragement, and the emotional strength to persist in the face of difficulty. Leaders must be able to carry out the responsibilities of their jobs without losing a clear picture of the situation, no matter how much and how fierce the opposition. Leaders then must have both the physical stamina to endure whatever physical demands of leadership that present themselves, and the emotional strength to withstand the daily attacks that always result when someone insists upon change. Leaders understand the importance of developing the stamina required that will continuously move them toward their objectives.
Effective leadership strategies separate successful organizations from those with good ideas but poor execution. We want to help you succeed long-term.
So, leadership and stamina. This video shortly is giving us some hints on what it means to have stamina as a leader. Now, we continue. Now, let's look at some examples of powerful visions. A good example of powerful visions. I I will use Johnson & Johnson and United States Central Intelligence Agency. I will use their vision statements as examples. According to Johnson & Johnson, their vision is this. We believe our first responsibility is to the patients, doctors, and nurses, to mothers and fathers, and all others who use our products and services. See, that is their vision. So that's their first responsibility. So everything they do, they focus their attention on satisfying the needs of this group. So this kind of vision have helped thousands of Johnson & Johnson employees throughout the world to know and understand what the company expects of them. That is, what is their first obligation as the workers of that company. And that is that their first obligation is to their customers who are patients, doctors, nurses, mothers, fathers, and other people that use their products. Now, if you look at the CIA vision, say CIA information, insights, and actions consistently provide tactical and strategic advantage for the United States. See that vision. So now you can see that this vision also translated this into their mission statement, which is preempt threats and further U.S. national security objectives by collecting intelligence that matters, producing objective all-source analysis, conducting effective covert actions as directed by the president, and safeguarding the secrets that keep our nation safe. Now, with this vision statement, it have a lot of influence on the mindset of CIA agents. This is what we are hired for. This is where we focus our attention on. So, and then when we start doing something other than this, that means we are deviating from the vision of our agency. Okay. Now, so lesson from this, here is a brief lesson from Johnson & Johnson and CIA's vision statements, or vision, both vision statement and vision, their general vision. So now their vision, the effect is that it evokes the pictures in their mind. It affects their mindset. Basically, it suggests that they are a future orientation. It also implies a standard of excellence or vicious condition, and also has a quality of uniqueness. So these pictures of their vision are the main thing that give life and their strength, I would say stamina, to the employees that work in that company, or the leader, even the leader too, to keep pursuing this vision. So another thing we learn from this, that as a company or as a leader, your success begins with having a compelling vision, a picture that you have in your mind of where the companies will be, and then a way to communicate that picture to your subordinates, so that everybody will have it to be a situation of every hands on deck towards achieving that vision. So if there's no vision, no mission statement, no vision that tells, give the workers a picture of where the company is going, then there'll be a confusion So not only that, other important ingredients that help the organization succeed. I mean, when I say that, I mean the organization that you, the leader, is heading. Other ingredients that make that organization succeed includes, of course, skills, incentives, resources, and action plan. All these things are connected directly to vision. It is the kind of vision you have of where you want your company to be in the next 4-5 years. Then you have to start gathering resources that you need to get to that point. You hire people that have the necessary skills, give them the right incentives, give them the necessary resources, and then the action plan that they need to follow. Okay. So this brings us to a short diagram that tells us the organizational success. See, let's start with the vision. I'm going to make it big so you can see it. So there's a vision, then followed by skill, and then incentive, resources, action plan give you the success of the organization. See, vision, hire the necessary skills, give them the right incentive and the right resources. And of course, action plan, they become successful. That means you get to your vision. But if they have skills, incentives, resources, action plan, but there's no vision of where they are going to, they become confused. Now, you can have vision, but you didn't hire the people with the requisite skills, even though you have incentive and resources, but the people you have don't have the skills. They have incentive, they have resources, but they don't have skills. They have action plan, but they don't have the necessary skill to implement those plans. Of course, they're going to be anxiety. So the best thing, what you have to do now is to train them to impart those skills on them. So if they have vision and they have skill, but they don't have the incentive, they don't have the incentive that to motivate them, even though they have the resources, and there's an action plan, well, the change will be too gradual before you can get to that point. All their competitors have already bitten off a huge share of the market. Okay. So when you have the chance, I would like you to study this diagram. It's a very, very interesting diagram to study. At this point, we have only 2 minutes left. So I'm going to time us out. Please wait for 10 minutes after I time us out, time the class out. Wait for 10 minutes and join back again using the same link you used to join earlier today. Okay? Any question before then?
No question.
All right. I will see you guys in the next 10 minutes.
Okay.